sparkle now stand tarnished. Keeper of the gate has left his post. The glow that lit the palace slowly faded. The day we lost, the one that meant the most. The lion with his courage is the strongest. The scarecrow keeps his mind on other things. But who can offer comfort to a tin man with a broken heart among the bolts and springs? Won't you come back to the Emerald City, though Kansas is where you'd rather be? Won't you come back to the ones who really miss you? The lion, the scarecrow, and me. The lion, the scarecrow, and me. I know that life is easier in Kansas. No winged monkeys that carry you away. But how could you leave a world of living color for a lonesome place of dull and lifeless gray? Won't you come back to the Emerald City, though Kansas is where you'd rather be? Won't you come back to the ones who really love you? The lion, the scarecrow, and me. The lion, the scarecrow, and me. And yet I know you're happier in Kansas. You had enough of witches, wind, and fire. But your eyes, when you spoke of plains and wheat fields, said Oz could never be your heart's desire. You won't come back to the Emerald City till one day we'll be just a memory. No place like home where dreams are soon forgotten. No time for a world of fantasy. The lion, the scarecrow, or me. I love the Wizard of Oz movie as a kid. I just had to make my own story about how it ended. Who did what to who, and when. Got one last song here for you. This is an autobiographical number, and oh, he's scratching his head, but nothing else. Alrighty. My last song here is about being from North Carolina and deciding that it wasn't big enough, and just had to roam around some, and being a little homesick as the years have gone by. An autobiographical tune that hasn't quite all happened yet. When I was a baby, I grew up in the shade of North Carolina wood in a Blue Ridge mountain glade. My family raised tobacco, that's how I spent the day. I couldn't wait till I was old enough to run away. Someday I'll be leaving Caroline. I'd leave tomorrow morning if I could. Someday I'll be leaving Carolina, 'cause I'm restless here in North Carolina wood. North Carolina wood. Nashville, Tennessee. Tobacco as a way of life didn't interest me. It was hard to leave my friends and family far behind, but I made myself a promise as I crossed that borderline. Someday I'll return to Caroline, where the daily news says local boy makes good. Someday I'll return to Carolina. Till then it's goodbye North Carolina wood. North Carolina wood. That was many years ago, and I've changed a lot since then. I made a life in Florida, but the restlessness won't end. As a boy I dreamed of buildings, now I dream of pine and spruce. My roots are in the mountains, but the city won't turn loose. Next year I moved to Scotland, my thoughts on new frontiers, though I haven't crossed the Carolina borderline in years. Now and then I wonder where it all will end for all us country boys who grew into city men. But one day I'll return to Carolina to rest beneath the shade where I once stood. One day I'll return to Carolina in a box made out of North Carolina wood. North Carolina.